Unreal Genetic Demon. And this is Space Invaders. I'm going to have to be very careful how I pronounce this next bit. Fukkatsu no Hai. Basically, it's the PC Engine version of the Space Invaders that was available from Taito. So we basically have the two versions of it. We basically have this one, which is the original, very similar to I think it's more like Space Invaders 2, and then this one, which is Space Invaders Plus. So we're going to play that one, because if you play Space Invaders, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So let's go with the Space Invaders Plus. And I quite like Space Invaders Plus because it's, first off, we've got a lovely great big intro sequence. It's completely different to other versions of Space Invaders you may have played in the past. There's a little bit of 3D going on as well. Look at that, or at least wireframe sort of things happening. Look at it. It's exciting, isn't it? It's Space Invaders, but it's Plus. And there is a big difference with Plus. I'm going to push the start button. I'll show you straight away. So without further ado, we'll get right into this. So there's a little thing at the bottom there, and there's a Space Invaders. And first off, you can see the graphical differences, and the other thing is the gameplay differences. It actually is very smooth. There's also additional weapons and sort of bits and pieces. If I can hit this thing here flying across the top, missed it. Damn. That would have actually been the saucer, would have actually been additional, may have been an additional weapon, it may have just been points. But you can see the difference in the firepower to begin with. And we've got additional firepower. There we got it. There we go, we've got something now. Coming down. We've got high beams, look at this. So we can use high beams on them, look at this. Homing weapons, how about that? We've got lives at the bottom in this case of shields. I'm going to save that high beam for the end of the level, hopefully. Missed it. We'll use it that way. It's actually extremely playable. It's a much more enjoyable experience than the original sort of Space Invaders, which, although it's very satisfying, this is an awful lot more sort of. I guess more satisfying in its. Now we lose the high beam to finish. Save that high beam. Oh, got hit. Lost the shield. Just a very satisfying upgrade on the original Space Invaders, basically. I'm trying to hold on to my high beam for the end of the level. Oh, damn you. Managed to get myself killed there as I was trying to do it. Should we see if we can continue? That's continue, by the way, and the other one is quit. So we'll go with continue and see if we can finish this level, part 3. Stardust are on the same level, but I don't have my high beam anymore. I like the tracks on the floor, by the way. I think that's a really nice touch as well. Oh, damn you. You can shoot some of the bullets down. I think you have to hit those things square as well for a bonus thing out of them. Those UFOs. Kind of reminds me of Super Space Invaders, which is another upgrade on it. It's almost like the forefather to that. That kind of adjustment in graphics and the way it feels. But it's a nice sort of addition to the Space Invaders sort of group. There's a lot of Space Invader games actually out there, and this is a nice addition to it. Space Invaders being the first game that I ever played. Oh, different level. I've not had this level before. Space Invaders being the first one I ever played. It was the first arcade game I played, should I say? It wasn't the first game I'd ever played on something, but it was the first arcade game I ever played in 1979. I played Space Invaders. It was the colorized version of it, so it had sort of it was as in colorized as in greens and whites and things like that. Oh, special. We'll have that, whatever it does. Oh, recovers my shields. That was handy. But it is definitely a different experience than the usual Space Invaders. I have to admit, over the original Space Invaders, I definitely prefer this as a feel for a game. It's almost like the parody version. There's actually a parody version of Space Invaders out there that's interesting because it has some of the parody things from like Proteus and things like that in there. That's quite nice. Let's get rid of some of these aliens. Let's get rid of this one. I'll just get rid of them all. Now we'll get the ship again. I don't think you can tell whether or not they're going to shoot or not. That's the annoying part about it. I'm trying to work out whether or not there's a way to physically see whether or not there's a way to shoot, whether or not there's a way that you can tell whether they shoot. Let's have another quick. Let's have one more credit. Level 3 of this. But it's so much different because you can sort of run along sort of strafing rather than anything else. I mean, you still only fire the one shot before you can fire another, but it's a such much quicker shot. It's not such a laborious sort of long-winded shot that kind of flew along. So yeah, here we go. Come on. See if we can get through this level. I'd like to see if I can get to another level. Oh. All dead, unfortunately. All dead. I think we'll leave it there because you get the general gist. But yes, that it is definitely worth play. It's definitely worth looking at. I think that if I'm utterly honest, Space Invaders Plus, which I think is available on the Switch, actually, is one of those games that's worth the try. It's like a return to Space Invaders that you didn't expect. If you go back to the very originals, you'll find them quite slow in comparison to modern day games, whereas Space Invaders Plus is definitely a bonus. Anyway, I've been your host, Real Genetic Demon. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye bye now.